Hi guys, this is Wenzes from Below the Radar Above the System, and now I want to talk about the saying, you have to feel it before you can transmit it. It's a saying I kind of like made up, or I picked up somewhere, probably not completely in the same way, but it's based on, on this saying that you have to believe it first before anybody else can believe it. That's nothing new, that's nothing special, but the belief thing, the transmit thing, it's something I think that's very specific for INFJs, and so that's why I wanted to talk to you about it. But I've seen it, the saying of you have to believe it before anybody else can believe it, and it was just a saying for me. I know what it means, I know what it meant all the way, you have to trust that this is what's gonna happen before somebody else can, but I didn't really understand it deep unconsciously. It was just like I understood the concept, but it's not something I kind of picked up, because if you really believe something, you don't have it as a concept in your mind of this is what I believe in. You just act on it, you don't even realize it. Like so many people, if you're really helping others, or you're all into arts and music and so on, some things are just so engraved in you that you don't really talk about it, you don't think about it, it's just something you do, it's something that is important to you, it's all those things that you really believe in, you don't doubt at all, so you don't conceptualize them and understand them as a concept, which is one of the main reasons why I think so many INFJs struggle, because we understand the concepts but we don't really believe it. But for us specifically is feeling that one part that has to do with believing. And one of our biggest strengths is NE plus FE, meaning we have a vision of this is who we are, this is where we want to go, and transmitting that through feelings. You can transmit feelings through the way you talk. It's a way of your presence that's being felt. It's your you can create it through the things you do, the things you say, the people you surround yourself with. You create like a social atmosphere that makes other people understand you. But in order to do that, you really have to feel it yourself. Let's say you want people to think that you're strong, or that you're smart or something, and there's no way you can transmit that feeling if you don't feel it yourself. Let's say you feel really shy inside, and you don't think you're somebody special. There's no way you can make other people believe that you're special. I mean, you can do it on a superficial level, but it's not something you would make really your friends believe, or the people who are close to you. Like I used to, for the longest time, I wasn't that confident in myself, and I didn't even realize it. I didn't realize it because when I went out, for example, I was able to put on the best show you could imagine. If somebody would have put a camera on me, I was put into situations where I have to, especially strangers, to convince them that I'm super cool, and I had this fabulous lifestyle, or that I had everything, like I was like a celebrity kind of thing. Like I could do it. Like I was really good at it. But the moment where I really wanted somebody to like me for who I am, all those things vanished, because it was just an act. It wasn't like who I really thought I was, and I still don't think like this. Like right now, I don't think I'm like this celebrity super kind of star thing, and it's not even something I'm aiming for. Like I know you can convince a lot of people of, oh, she's special because of that, because they can project stuff onto me, but no normal person is like this. If you look like at, I don't know, Justin Bieber or something, it's not like, especially when you're younger, there are a lot of people who kind of like, put on this image of this is who I am, and people, and create like this this unrealistic version of who they are, and people flock to that. And I'm one of those people. Like I used to imagine all those people to be such wonderful beings, because I allowed to project on them and to really think that that image that they're projecting is who they really are. But it's never like this. Like, we are all multifaceted people, and we have so many things in our life. And as I said, like, I was deeply inside, I was not confident because I thought I didn't deserve for people to treat me good. Like, I thought of myself, I needed to treat people better than they would ever treat me in order to deserve affection, love, respect, and you know, and these were so two discrepancies about what kind of image I put out there and who I really was. And in order for people to really understand who you are and to respect you and to really transmit who you really are, you have to feel it. You really have to feel it. There's no way you can transmit something if you're not feeling it. Like, since we're FE is our creative function, we can transmit feelings that we're just feeling at that moment and that they're not all over. Like, I can, you know, as I said, when I was able to put out this image, it's not like I didn't feel like this at that time. I really felt at that moment, yeah, I was kind of like in this role that I was playing, but it still wasn't about, you know, it just was limited in time. It was limited in what I could achieve with it. And with the time, all those projections of myself that weren't really who I am, I couldn't keep up with them. Like, it was too much for me. I didn't understand the sense of it. I didn't want people to like me because of things that I was just projecting that weren't a complete picture of me. And what I had to do is really to feel my pain and to understand, no, listen, this thing I can project, these things people can, I can do in order for people to think that I'm special, that's not who I am. And I'm not willing to sacrifice my own being for that. And so first I had to like kind of step down, really feel my emotions, feel all that anger and pain and sadness, and let that all out. You know, you can do it through, as I said, it's always, I really like music, but you can do it through art, you can do it through the way you talk to people. You can leave your anger out, but you have to be willing to be judged because this is who you are. And if you really want to affect people and have an impact on them, you really have to feel it yourself. So you have to make sure that you do things that make you feel good so you can project that thing outside. Have that kind of as a concept of, I will do what makes me feel good. I have to feel good, and then I can put it out there. If I have to make sure that I feel strong, so I'm okay if other people think I'm arrogant or, you know, entitled or whatever. You know, actually that's nothing that really has happened, to be honest with you. Like, I don't, like, the last year since I've done this, since I've, you know, pushed myself to feel strong and good and so on, nothing of those things has happened. And those were my biggest fears. That people would think exactly those things. But no, it was exactly the opposite. But my reality at that point was, they will think I'm entitled. They will think I'm arrogant. They will not like me. So that was my reality at that point. And I had to accept that reality. I had to really feel that reality. And then, you know, do those things that are good for me. Do those things that make me feel strong, that make me feel like I have the power to conquer, to do what has to be done. And, you know, kind of like always project that. Project that through music, not project that, but transmit it. Transmit it through music, transmit it through your choice of clothes, transmit it through the way you carry yourself, and so on, because this will give you a momentum. And the more you really feel that, the more you can really transmit it. And that's the key to affecting other people, because that's what we want in the end. We want other people to understand who we are deep inside. In order to do that, you have to stop numbing out who you really are. Stop putting up a front of, this is what people want to see, like this typical cliche of girls who do this. You know, or, you know, those guys that try to be like so super duper, I don't know, Justin Bieber like, And I of course I just chose examples for like teenagers or 20-year-olds or something. It's easier if you have like something that is so obvious. That's why I made it. I took these things as an example. I'm sorry, but you know what I'm getting at. Stop putting on this self-inflicted pose of, this is who I have to be for other people to like me. Drop that. Feel who you are. Make sure that you keep on feeding yourself everything and giving yourself everything that makes you feel good about who you are, and then transmit that. Because one of our main goals of being loved is to be understood, and to be understood for who you really are. And in order to be able to transmit who you really are, you have to really feel who you are. And therefore you have to like really have that as your main goal and as your main criteria, and build your life around that. So when people say, and for others to believe it, you have to believe it. With us, I would really say you have to feel it before you can transmit it. If you want people to understand who you are, and to, as I said in the last video, trust your vision and so on, make sure that you feel it yourself, that you feel good about yourself, that you feel like you're there where you want to be. And if you're not, change your life. If you don't feel good about yourself, if you feel like I don't like myself the way I am, then change yourself to a way where you're gonna like yourself. Stop living for other people's approval, but understand that if you want to be loved at all, because this is what my reality was there. I thought nobody's ever gonna have any kind of affection for me. Nobody's gonna like me because I'm not gonna do anything that will make people uncomfortable. Then I have to do all those things that make me proud of who I am, that show me that I've really achieved things that I wanted to achieve, that I feel good about. And once you feel that, once you're really confident with who you are, and you're happy because you're on the way you want to be, then you can transmit it. Only then, if you really feel it, you can transmit it, and then other people can understand you. Okay, so yeah, these are my thoughts on that subject. As I say always in the end of the videos, because I really need your participation and help, if you like the videos, to share this and to help me grow as a brand and as a system that is helping other people, because this is what this is mainly about. Helping people to understand who they are and live their truth, and have a successful life, as in, living on your own terms. Then please share my videos, click the like button if you have an account, and subscribe. I'm looking forward to your comments, and talk to you soon. Bye. That I was putting myself in a framework, and within this framework I did all I could have done. Step up your game, as in how much you want others to like you right away. The short-term satisfaction of I'm gonna